The Supreme Court is yet to announce the verdict in the electoral bond case. Opposition parties might call Modi government's electoral bond scheme diabolical, a money laundering operation, and a fatal step. But when it comes to receiving donations, they seem to have no reservation against it. Hello and welcome to ThePrint. I'm Amogra Mitra and I bring to you this report based on audit reports of various political parties released by the Election Commission of India. Over the years, the Congress and other opposition parties have led the attack on the Modi government over the scheme. But the latest figures of donations received by regional parties as submitted to the Election Commission of India show that they are raking it in big through these bonds. Electoral bonds are financial instruments which were launched in 2018 with the aim to increase transparency in funding of political parties. Donors can buy these bonds from the State Bank of India branches and donate the funds to a party of their choice. One of the controversial aspects of these bonds is that they carry neither the name of the donor nor the recipient and can be purchased and encashed through bank accounts. Considering that the government is the majority shareholder in SBI, critics of the scheme also allege that the bonds offer selective anonymity. Political parties also have other sources of income including fees and subscription and sales of publications among other things, but for most, electoral bonds account for the biggest chunk. This seems to be even more true for regional parties. The 2022-23 audit reports of parties like Aam Aadmi Party, Trinamool Congress, DMK, YSRCP, BRS and BJD show that they received most of their donations through electoral bonds. The TMC, whose leaders have in the past attacked the Modi government over issues related to electoral bonds, earned 99.4% or rupees 325 crore of its total donations worth rupees 327 crore in the form of electoral bonds alone. Over 99% of the DMK's rupees 186 crore worth of donations were in the form of electoral bonds too. As per the audit report filed by the party, all of its rupees 185 crore worth of bonds came from corporate donors. Apart from this, the party earned rupees 16 crore worth of income from fees and subscriptions. While audit reports of BJP and Congress for 2022-23 are yet to be released by the ECI, in 2021-22, the BJP had declared that it received rupees 1,033 crore via electoral bonds, which accounted for 58% of its donations. That year, the Congress received rupees 236 crore or 68% out of its rupees 347 crore worth of donations through electoral bonds. Over the years, the Congress has led the attack on the Modi government over the scheme. In September this year, party's General Secretary in charge of communications, Jairam Ramesh, had said, "The electoral bond scheme is one of the most diabolical acts of the Modi government, undermining our electoral system and democracy. It is not only a method to convert black money into white overwhelmingly in favor of the BJP, but also ensures a financial chokehold of the BJP via the government over political donations of business groups, leading to economic and political concentration of wealth." In October, TMC MP and party's national spokesperson Saket Gokhale said the Modi government must be charged under PMLA for the electoral bond scheme. "It's a plain and clear money laundering operation," he said. The ECI released audit reports for financial year 2022-23 of 13 parties Thursday evening, including other parties like the Sikkim Democratic Front, Maharashtra Navnirman Sena, Jan Nayak Janata Party, Communist Party of India, Marxist-Leninist, Assam Gan Parishad and All Jharkhand Students Union Party. We turn to the youngest recognized national party. In 2022-23, the Aam Aadmi Party received rupees 84 crore worth of donations, of which over half constituted the amount received via electoral bonds. Though the amount barely compares with other parties, donations have nearly doubled compared to last year. Total rupees 43 crore with rupees 25 crore via electoral bonds last year. However, the share of electoral bonds is a significant rise for a party which, until 2018, boasted of being the only party whose 95% donations come online through the banking system. AAP National Secretary Pankaj Gupta had called the electoral bond scheme most fatal step in the history of transparency of electoral donations. A major chunk, or rupees 38 crore, of Aam Aadmi Party's donations includes those received from individual donors or firms and institutions or welfare bodies. Here, the CPIM is an exception of sorts. Its total donations stood at rupees 63 crore for 2022-23, but not even a single rupee was received via electoral bonds as per the audit report of the party. All contributions came under the category of other voluntary contributions. Another rupees 41 crore of income came from fees and subscription. The CPIM was among the parties that moved Supreme Court in 2018 challenging the centre's introduction of the scheme. Its General Secretary Sitaram Yechuri has called the scheme crony capitalism of the highest order. In the East, Naveen Patnaik's BJD received 100% of its donations worth rupees 152 crore last financial year via electoral bonds. Andhra Pradesh is set to go to polls in 2024, a year that will also see the Lok Sabha polls. The YSRCP, led by the richest chief minister in the country, YS Jagan Mohan Reddy, received a total of 68 crore worth of donations last financial year. Of this, rupees 52 crore, which accounts for 3/4 of the total, came from electoral bonds. All the parties that we have mentioned are still in power in their respective states, but Bharat Rashtra Samiti (BRS) lost the Telangana Assembly elections to the Congress earlier this month. Ahead of this year's polls, the BRS would have wanted to gather maximum resources in a state known for its huge election-related expenditure per candidate. The party saw 250% rise in its donations to rupees 683 crore in 2022-23, up from rupees 193 crore in the last year. This rise in donations to the BRS can be attributed to electoral bonds, which accounted for rupees 529 crore in 2023, up from rupees 153 crore in 2022, and making up over 3/4 of all donations received by BRS in both years. Thank you for watching. Do tune in for more political updates and analysis from The Print.